Alright guys, welcome back to Twin Dragons Review. In today's video we're taking a look at the new one-shot chapter of Bleach that was released. We'll be going in depth on this one, so if you haven't caught up to Bleach, come back to this video after you have, because there's going to be a lot of spoilers.
So the latest Jump issue has been released. With that came a new chapter of Bleach. For those who don't know, I don't imagine there'd be that many. Bleach was part of the big three along with One Piece and Naruto. For some reason, Bleach gets the most hate, mainly due to the main character Ichigo. But this video was focusing on a new chapter to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the manga. However, I might eventually do a video on why, in my opinion, Ichigo is the best protagonist out of the big three, slightly edging out Luffy, and personally a lot better than Naruto. Anyways, let's get into the chapter. So the chapter begins with Ichigo's kid in Japan talking to goats, and Rukia's kid in the Soul Society training with Squad 11. We then cut to Ichigo and Renji going to one of his friend's ramen shop in Japan. And then Rukia tells him that they've been summoned to join a ritual in the Soul Society. More on that towards the end. There are two new characters introduced, one being Uruhara and Yoroichi's kid, and the other one being a new lieutenant for Tetsuzaimon. Before Ichigo and them head back, they're then attacked by hollows. The two new characters that are introduced took care of them, but before Renji leaves, he hears his name called, and the person that called his name was Zayalopro, the former 7th Espada. He was thought to be dead after Mayuri killed him with his drug, but it turned out that he fell down to hell. As he was about to take his daughter, Ichigo steps in. Before he was able to engage in battle, he is stabbed by the late Captain Ukitake's Zanpakuto, leading him to be dragged back down to hell. The Soul Society found some things that are only in hell falling from the sky. And that's where Head Captain Shunsui revealed that the ritual was supposed to be done to send for captains who has fallen in battle. And their souls were sent down to hell. This is due to the imbalance, and with the disappearance of Aizen and Yual, since their spiritual pressure were so immense, they could balance the human world, Soul Society, Gomundo, and Hell. The chapter ends with the gates of Hell closing, leaving more to be desired.
This chapter overall was great. It's cool to see Kubo come back and write Bleach after so long and still have somewhere to go with it and it to be so good. It was a really good introduction to the new arc, and maybe we'll get a return of Bleach for longer than one arc. It's a possibility. It's also good to see Kubo including all the characters old and new, not just abandoning old characters and making a manga about the kids after a time skip like a certain super mid anime. If it comes back and returns, it could help the shonen drought that Jump is in right now too. Let us know in the comments what you're excited to see in this upcoming arc and for the future of Bleach.
All I can say is wow, what a good chapter. Kubo has somehow managed to bring the hype back after finishing it back in 2016, and man did he not disappoint. I was surprised to see that the former Espada Zayalopro was back in the picture. He looked clean with his new hell design and left the doors open for other former enemies to reappear again. It was also cool seeing the other characters again, as it was a solid way to reintroduce us back to the story. As usual, the art was clean, but what can you expect? It is Kubo. His style and the way he draws characters are a big reason I got back into drawing, with his designs for the former Espada showing how stylish and creative he can make any character. Another thing I want to talk about really quickly was how cool it was seeing Bleach back and seeing a canon Hell arc. The only thing of Hell that has been shown in Bleach was the very first few episodes and the Hellverse movie. It was alright. I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of the series. With the release of this chapter, it has been confirmed from Jump that this will be a start of a new arc, which is dope. There are a lot of possibilities that can happen, so my friend here will go over the possible speculation and fights in this upcoming continuation.
So in this chapter we saw the return of a lot of old characters and being introduced to a lot of new ones too. One of the people I least expected to return to Bleach was Zayalopro. He came back when a group of the Soul Reapers came from the Soul Society to capture a hollow and kill it for the ritual of a captain that had fallen in battle 12 years earlier. This ritual is going to be done for Ukitake. While Ichigo and Renji are fighting Zayalopro, Ichigo takes over and tells Renji to take his kid to a safe place and to let him handle it. During the fight, Zayalopro reveals the ritual they have been performing has been sending Soul Reaper's Ryotsu that is too strong down to hell. They ended up killing the hollows in front of Ukitake, which means we're in for a crazy arc and a lot of returns of characters that died during and before the 1000-Year Blood War arc. They mentioned Yamamoto and Retsu. If they return, especially Yamamoto, we're in for a crazy arc. What are they going to do against the strongest Soul Reaper in history? How are they going to stop him? What's the plan? Another person we could potentially see the return of that they didn't mention is Ulquiorra. It would be wild to see all of them return and what the current Gote 13 would do to try and stop them. It's awesome to see Bleach coming back and to see where Kubo will take the story next. One big thing that I hope for is that Jump actually gives him a good release schedule this time around so he can do his best work. The last part of Bleach definitely suffered because he had to get the chapters out every week. They were overworking him and his health was suffering. He's one of the greatest mangakas of all time and deserves a good release schedule like the other top creators.
So all in all, this was a strong return to Bleach, and it was something I didn't expect, but I was definitely glad to see. But as far as the anime goes, I'm honestly happy that Bleach is finally going to animate the Thousand Year Blood War arc, as it was pretty solid. But it was rushed towards the end due to Kubo's health and Shonen Jump. It has not been confirmed when it will drop, but look out for a future video where we talk about the final arc and what we want to happen. I think this arc will get animated whenever the anime finishes up, but I also have faith that they'll animate the light novels as they fix a couple plot holes that happened during the war arc. Our other video will go more in depth about them, but they're worth checking out for sure if you get the chance. Well, that's all we got for today. This was a strong return in celebration of the manga that first got published 20 years ago, back in 2001. Are you excited for Bleach Return? Drop a comment down below if you're excited and what you would like to see next. We're hoping to have a couple videos uploaded throughout this week, so stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.